What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey and we're back with another one. Alright guys, so in this video I'm covering off some of our channel plays so you guys have the strategy set and ready to crush them as we go forward. Now before we get to it, I'm going to need you guys to hit that like button for me, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button, join the journey. Now before we get into it, let's look at the portfolio, see what's been going on today. Now you guys know we keep it transparent over here, and as you can see your boy's been smacked by the markets today, and I know a lot of your portfolios will be down, but if we just look at a broad index like an S&P 500, you'll see that's down today too. When you see the broad market down and the portfolio down, it's not a cause for concern. And if you guys got our channel plays in your portfolios are in good condition. Now for my seasoned investors locked into the channel, you guys have been through market volatility with me before, and for my new investors on the channel, you may not have. This might be your first case of market volatility. You guys know the formula, the strategy to crush the markets when this happens is to catch the dip, because when it rebounds, you're going to make good returns that way. Now guys, before we jump into our first play, let's cover off today's MVP play from our portfolio. Up on screen, that's ebon, ticker symbol EBON. You guys know this is the crypto mining machine producer that we have in the portfolio with a strong performance on the day. Now if we just flick over to a Marathon Patent Group, you can see they're down for the day. If we flick over to a Riot Blockchain, again down for the day, but ebon is up today. You guys know over here we always think ahead. When Marathon Patent Group and Riot Blockchain were hitting the headlines over the week, there was a diamond in the rough in the crypto arena in ebon. We know they're coming out with their product to simultaneously mine Litecoin and Dogecoin. They're coming out with their crypto exchange, and they've recently announced they're launching into Bitcoin mining to add to their Bitcoin mining machine producing business. We had to take that information and scoop them up and add them to the portfolio a couple of weeks ago. We did the same thing last Friday, and we've done the same thing earlier on this week, and now the market is playing catch up with us and driving that stock price up. So as you can see, we're still holding our shares strong in this one, return hovering around 70%. Now guys, the strategy to crush this one is to hold right through and catch those dips, build up your position, because when news drops that they've launched their crypto exchange, when that product is released, and when they've gone out and purchased some miners for their crypto mining business, that stock price is going to increase. Remember, as Bitcoin increases, ebon's also going to increase too. So you guys got the strategy with this play. So now let's jump into a play that we've most recently hit the 100% on, so you guys have got the strategy with that one too. Up on screen, that's MGC Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol MXC. This is the medical cannabis company that I told you guys is going to make the double up. They've got a very strong pipeline. Their structure and management is sound. And also medical cannabis is a very fast growing industry. And as you can see, we've hit the 100 on this play. You guys know how we do over here. We just knock them out the park week in, week out. Now I'm going to give you guys a business update explaining why that stock price has increased over 50% today in our play. They've gone ahead and secured a distribution agreement with a company called Swiss Pharma. This is for their anti-inflammatory products for the virus. Now I'm going to give you guys the details. This agreement is for 3 years, it's for 160,000 units per year, and that equates to around 15 million retail value. And this product will do well because we're still facing the global situation. There's a couple of reasons why I like this agreement. Guys, this is a 3-year agreement. We like those long agreements. We don't want any short agreements in our play, and also this is with a global partner, and it just sets them up for some good momentum with some future partnerships with other distributors in the future. Alright guys, let's talk strategy on our MXC play to ensure that we crush this one going forward. Now I want to remind you, they still have products in clinical trial phase, and when we hear good results from that, that's going to give that stock price some momentum. Also want to put on your radar that they are building a manufacturing plant out in Malta. Again, good news, positive momentum for that stock price. And guys, don't rule out acquisitions that MXC are going to make. We know the cannabis industry is consolidating right now. That's larger players taking over smaller players to grow their business. So if we hear some news on that, that's good positive momentum for that stock price to be expected. So we've got a lot of things on the way with our MXC play. So the strategy with this one is to hold this one through. Now we can catch the dips to build out our positions and load up as they rise, because it's not going to be long before this play hits $10 off the back of good news. Up on screen, that's IQST, another one of our channel plays that I told you guys are going to make the double up. It's only a matter of time with this play. We know they've got their fintech division and their Visa debit cards there. They've got their telecoms division and the exposure to 5G and the explosive growth that industry is going to see. They've also got their blockchain asset, and they've recently moved into EV because they partnered with a company to produce a battery for a motorcycle manufacturer. And as you can see, we're holding firm in this play. 2,000 shares, our return has grown to 80% in this one. Earlier today, we were actually over 80% before the pullback, but that's fine because I know it's only a matter of time before they're retesting all-time highs again. So the last business update I gave you guys, I've mentioned that they've gone ahead and partnered with a Fortune 500 company with their Internet of Things chemical division. Now that Fortune 500 company remains undisclosed, but it's a good partnership and it gave that stock price some good momentum. They then follow that with another good business update. They stripped out all of the debt from their balance sheet. That means there's no warrants, there's no convertible notes, there's no promissory notes, there's no settlement agreements on their balance sheet anymore. And I'm going to bring you guys the balance sheet and cash flow analysis soon so you guys can level up in that area too. Now, with no debt on their balance sheet, it means they're going to become more profitable. If they're more profitable, it means they have more cash on hand to grow, scale, and fund their business. So they can fund those subsidiaries, they can go out and find those acquisitions using that additional cash that they have. Now, added to all of that, their better balance sheet position means they're in better standing to make that uplisting to the NASDAQ, which they've come out and mentioned a few times is on the radar. And news has dropped today that their telecom division has reached a network agreement with a worldwide telecom service provider. Now, the name remains undisclosed and the terms of the agreement is also undisclosed, but there should be more news that's going to be released next week on this, which should act as a good catalyst to push that stock price up. Now, guys, I've always said the diverse nature of IQST puts them in good standing. It was only a couple of days ago that their fintech division was on the map. Now today their telecom division is on the map. I also like that this is a large client that they're working with, over 1 billion in annual revenues. Now I'm going to put you guys on some game you haven't thought about yet. IQST going to hit 60 million in revenues this year. Alpine 4, another one of our MVP plays over here on this channel, going to hit around 55 million in revenue this year. But Alpine 4 Technologies, their market cap is 8 times greater than IQST. So this shows you guys the potential of that stock price in IQST to rise. With that being said, guys, let's talk strategy on our IQST play to ensure that we can crush this one as we go forward. Now, the real catalysts have not even come into effect yet, because if they announce any acquisitions and we know they're on the radar, that stock price is going to skyrocket. Also, if they come out with any client names or any financials or terms of these agreements that they're winning, that stock price is also going to rise, and any confirmation of uplisting to the NASDAQ. So again, we're holding this one. There's a lot more to come and I don't want you guys to miss out. New strike price on IQST, that's $1.10. Catch them under that, load up on this play, because next stop, that's $2. Alright guys, been rocking with the channel, you know what time it is. Now this is a good question, comes from Ash, says, how do you decide on when to trim a position and take some profit? If your position rises above 100%, do you de-risk by selling half the position so in effect you will never be down? Now I want you guys to be able to understand and distinguish between the type of catalyst that's pushed that stock price up to 100%, because once you understand that, you're going to realize if that stock price can be sustained at that high level. My seasoned investors over here on this channel, you guys know there's two types of catalysts. We have the factual catalyst and we have those speculative catalysts, right? In a factual catalyst, that is an example being this company has made X amount of revenue, right? They've acquired this company. Within the speculative catalyst, you have the companies looking to launch this kind of technology in a couple of years, or they're working on this product. They haven't yet delivered it. Now what you guys must understand is both of these catalysts can have an explosive effect on that stock price, making you well over 100% returns. But with a factual catalyst, it's much more likely that stock price is going to be sustained at that high level. With a speculative catalyst, that stock price is likely to come down. So I'm going to throw out some examples from the portfolio for you. Within Alpine 4 Technologies, I've never sold a single share of Alpine 4. Now that stock price has exploded in recent times because we know their platform business Quality Circuit Assembly has gone out and won an additional 1 million in orders, right? That gave that stock price a nice push upwards. So that's a factual catalyst, meaning that stock price can be sustained at a higher level. Now, if we switch over to another play, let's take a Vision Lithium. We made some great returns on that one. That stock was up for us over 300% at one point in time, but that was driven off more speculative catalysts. Vision Lithium didn't come out and announce they'd made X amount of revenue or acquired this company that was revenue generating. So a lot of that rise in that stock price was driven off investor excitement and not fundamentals in the actual business. So in that case, we had to go ahead and trim some profit, and as you can see, that stock price has come back down. So what you guys do is, when you know a weak catalyst has pushed that stock price up, take out your initial investment at least, or you can take out more and secure your profits. Alright guys, so that wraps things up. Do hit that like button for me, it really helps the channel out. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, join the journey. Also check out the link down below to the Patreon, where you can get access to our Discord and join our fantastic team of investors over there and enter into some additional plays with us. So I'll be coming at you tonight with another drop, going through some plays that have dropped down to their buy zone so you guys can scoop them up and add them to the portfolio, and we'll be going through the charts, so stay tuned for that one. So guys, as I always say, check into the channel each and every day. Stock market is rapidly moving. Now you guys know, whatever the stock market throws at us, over here we always have a strategy so that we can crush the markets week in, week out. That being said, one thing left to say, let's go!